Welcome back for another video. I'm Eharbad, a free-to-play endgame player in Raid Shadow Legends, and today is episode 32 in the free-to-play challenge series for 2023, and we've got a number of images to go through, but in the meantime, as we now have the Dragon tournament has begun, I decided to take the opportunity to progress a little bit further, beat the normal stages and actually get onto the hard stages. Just cleared stage 3. They're pretty slow runs, but what I thought we'll do is I will just queue up the next run. We'll get that going. So this is Force Affinity. I'll probably go for this, I would say, as a composition. Should be just about okay. I will let that run. And then we'll jump into the photos, and we should see at the end of looking through the photos whether we've succeeded with this dragon run or not. So we're going back a few days. Today is the 11th of May, and we're picking up on the 5th of May, just after we had finished recording the last video. Hit level 65 and got a nice 300 gems. Then I overnighted Fire Night. There was a Fire Night tournament going on at that point in time. So we're picking up on the 6th of May now. Yeah, the 6th of May, which was a Saturday. And just had basically done this Fire Night overnight. It's not the fastest composition. I do think we'll be able to get it quicker when we have built up our Stag Knight and Arbiter. You know, we'll be able to replace Jamasa with Arbiter and potentially Deacon with Stag Knight, and then we'll have a materially faster team composition. In the long run, I do want to get rid of Miscreated Monster as well, either for some better kind of CC, or if we have enough damage, we can probably nuke through the waves. We'll just have to see how it goes, really. Then the Energy Bonanza for the daily login rewards, day 107. I put that all into champion training and Fire Night. Speaking of the champion training, I managed to get up to this point. It wasn't really the best of the champion trainings. I was quite happy to pick up some immortal soul coins, particularly the tier 2 ones. I think there was a decent number that you can get for that, and we can translate those all into essences. And since we're not currently able to farm Iron Twins at a level that makes any sense, I mean, I haven't even actually tried Iron Twins at all. I'm sure I could beat some of the earlier stages, but we wouldn't be able to beat it at a high enough stage that makes any kind of sense to do. It means doing something like this actually gets us a number of essences that we wouldn't otherwise be able to get. So it's not the worst use of resources and time. Plus, you know, champion training is always worth doing on this free-to-play challenge series. We always have more champions that we need to be building up to be able to continue to advance in all the areas of the game. I did decide, however, that it wasn't worth investing further to get the tier 2 soul stone or the last part of the tier 3 coins. It was just too much additional work, but mostly it's because I just didn't have time, to be honest. I was pretty busy trying to have a bit of a real life, and didn't want to spend the entire time on the game. Managed to get, I think I actually included this screenshot already. Anyway, 3 sacreds in 3 days, which is absolutely obscene. I feel like I spoke about the sacred luck already, but maybe that was we'd only shown up to 2 sacreds, and then I got a 3rd sacred in 3 days, which is insane. So been pretty lucky in the initial kind of farming of Ultra Nightmare. I managed to get ultimately 3 sacreds in 4 days, in the first 4 days of farming Ultra Nightmare, which was pretty remarkable. Then I wanted to include this because, damn, hard Doom Tower is really, really hard when you don't have really solid crowd control. So this was floor 36. I found it so hard. Full manual, 12.5 minutes. You know, I think we had hegemons and various other enemies that we were going up against. And it was so difficult. But managed to get it done just about, and I was pretty happy to at least have done it. We then did a bit of faction wars. Really, I mean, I got 3 more stars, but I'm really lacking on the Ogryns. There's a number of factions where I think if I actually just put the time and the energy and the effort in, that we'll be able to get to a point that we're able to clear a decent number of them. There's quite a few factions I think we will ultimately be able to go without, a lot of time from now and actually go and clear all the way to stage 21. But Ogryns, we definitely need to pull. We need to pull something. Then here, I just wanted to include this because we got another legendary tome for completing all of the advanced quests. It's really important to just do these advanced quests on a daily basis. Getting the chickens, the XP boost, and the books on a pretty much a monthly basis, it's well worth doing. Plus all the additional resources you get each day from actually doing the advanced quests. It's definitely worth doing. I also then, this is still on the Saturday on the 6th, I went and rebuilt Cronum, finally moved him into a regen set, so he should be in a better place to kind of carry us in certain areas of the game. So I think that was quite important to get him into a regen set. As a consequence, I did rebuild Jamasa as well. I actually broke her regen set to build Cronum, and then basically put her back in a regen set. Got a number of pieces here that still need to be rolled up. Same with the clan boss team, to be honest. So as we accrue more silver, we'll get to the point where we're actually able to finish ranking up the gear, and then we'll just have stronger builds overall. I then also went and did a new Doom Priest build. I was missing gear pieces. It wasn't the best. I did ultimately decide I would slow her down a touch, and that's mostly because actually the boots aren't rolled up to 16, to be honest, but she will be quicker once that's done. Got her into Relentless. Again, a lot of pieces need to be rolled up, but by doing those 3 rebuilds, I ended up with a much stronger Hydra team and went and got myself a new Hydra record. This was last week now, because Hydra has reset since I did this run, and I do think that this week, once I get those additional rolls into the gear and rank those pieces of gear up, I should be able to 1-key Hydra this week, which is a really big step forward. And it's something I mentioned in the last video or the video before, that now that I've got Ultra Nightmare on farm, I really want to put some attention on getting Hydra to a good farming stage, and then also try and really push out Doom Tower and Faction Wars and see how far I can get in both of those areas. So kind of got a 3-way focus, if you will, with the initial phase just getting myself to top chest Hydra normal. I think that's the very short-term goal, and I think I'll end up getting it this week. So we'll have achieved what we wanted to do as the first stage of post Ultra Nightmare farming pretty quickly in the end. I did a little bit of tag team over the weekend. I believe there was a tag team tournament going on, and I actually thought there was half a chance of me escaping Bronze 3 into Bronze 4. I was fighting proper teams, and I was generally doing pretty well. In the end, I didn't get promoted. I was in the green Sunday night, went to sleep, woke up Monday morning. We were no longer in the green, and I just couldn't be bothered to try and get promoted. I think, again, I've said it a few times, but once I've ranked up and built Arbiter and Stag Knight, not only will it be better for many of the dungeons that we want to be running, and we'll be able to push out a little bit further in the dungeon teams, but I think it will be a big impact in our tag team as well. And that's probably the point where I'm going to try and kick on through Bronze 4 and try and get into Silver basically as soon as I can. On the 7th of May, I jumped into Skinwalker, did manage to beat the boss using bunny power. Only got the 1 star, but I think that's as explainable by the fact that the rest of the team is not well built and is not leveled up. I similarly managed to get a 1 star on stage 15. and on 16 the bunny solo continuing, and that was it. I couldn't do any further than stage 16. In terms of Fire Knight, someone actually sniped me. I was in fifth place for a very long time. And personally, I really wanted the 75 gems, not the Ancient Shard. So I was really happy when someone sniped me right at the end. I managed to get sixth place, got the 75 gems, which was exactly what I wanted. I did do the whole thing. And again, I know these tournaments with the tier 2 Soulstone, given our limited number of champions, really not the best reward for us. But I wanted to do Fire Knight because I really wanted the gear. So for me, it made sense to invest my time and my energy into Fire Knight because I really wanted the gear. Tag team, I ended up finishing second. I would have liked to have got first, but to be honest, beyond me. I'm only in bronze 3. I was really happy just managed to get second, get that epic tome. Bit of 5-star Relentless. As always, it was trash. I mean, I've got so much Relentless on this account, and I've only got one build that's not even that good. That's the Doom Priest one. Been extremely unlucky on the Relentless, but we'll just keep plugging away. We'll keep trying to pick up more of it when we can, and eventually we'll get some good pieces. On the same day, Dark Elf, stage 11, managed to get the 3-star. I had previously 1-starred it, but I hadn't 3-starred it, so I just got an extra couple of stars from that. I then also did manage to kick on and get a 1-star on stage 12, but I tried it a couple of times. I do think I probably could 3-star it if I manual it a couple of times, and maybe we'll try that next time, but I wasn't going to put like a lot of energy or effort in. Again, other than Cold Heart, everyone's terribly built. Eventually, we'll get to the point where we'll end up building a second champion, at least a second champion to 5-star, and that will kind of give us enough of a team power that we'll be able to push a bit further. But it's not something I'm worried about right now. A lot of these factions will grow as we build champions specifically for other areas of the game. We'll always have it in our mind, will this champion help us in faction wars, etc. But for the most part, they all will. I mean, the reality is I'm not going to build a champion for another part of the game that's not going to help in faction wars. It's really unlikely. Also, on the 7th of May, I did manage to beat Eternal Dragon 40. This was actually pretty hard, and it's pretty hard because I didn't have an A1 decrease attack champion. So I ended up having to be in this situation where between Razulvarg and, to an extent, Deacon, I was cycling fast enough that I could get Delaja, the A2, back. And kind of what I ended up focusing on is Razulvarg, Deacon, Rhonda, Brogni, everyone. I was just trying to kill the priest as quickly as I could to get the decrease attack back, get decrease attack, and then try and kill the rest of the ads to stop the Eternal Dragon from healing. Now, this isn't really a strategy that's viable at higher stages because I don't have the damage to be able to kill all 3 ads. And the later stages, I want to be killing a guard, not the priest, to avoid that heal, which means with my current composition, unless I build resistance into everyone, or at least resistance into Delaja, I don't realistically have a way of dealing with it right now. But it's not a problem because I can't get past stage 42 anyway. So I'm not too worried about beating Eternal Dragon 80 because we're not getting past 42 currently. And then on the 8th of May, I went and did a bit of Lizardman Faction War 3-star backfill on stage 10. And here is that stage 42. I tried it a number of times, full manual, 10 minutes each time. I can get to the 3rd wave a number of times I have, but I fail. I know I can do it, and when I have, maybe some free time, I'll sit down and try it again. But what I decided to do was just, having tried like 3-4 times, 10 minutes each time, and failed. I was like, I'm not going to put any more time into it, so I went back to normal, and I've just been kind of grinding up the normal. Once normal's finished, and I'll try and, I don't know, either finish building champions, improve the build somewhere, do something. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to brute force it with manual attempts and get good RNG. But it's a really, really tough floor. And on the 9th of May, Clan v Clan began. And for the first time in a number of CVCs, we're going up against a clan that isn't like a massively higher level clan than us, with 30 wins and like single players that have more power than our entire clan. So we actually felt we had a reasonable chance. So, we'll see how it goes. And then here was a screenshot just before the splash screen of what will be my Ultra Nightmare PB. I've started to get a little bit more of the missing masteries, starting to assign them bit by bit. We've still got a few gaps, and I think probably in the next video we do, I want to revisit the clan boss team with the tweaks, go through all the builds of what I've kind of modified, and also talk about where we're going to be heading next. Because all of the builds I currently have, I believe, are interim builds. I do have a medium-term plan where I do essentially want to rebuild every single one of them again and get more damage, more survivability, and ultimately, we'll get a more stable 3-key. At the moment, I can 3-key, but I do need to manual one skill on boss turn 19, 22, and 25. If I do a manual skill intervention on those 3 boss turns, I will 3-key pretty consistently. If I don't, then it's a 4-key. So it just depends whether I'm able to handhold the end of the clan boss fight or not. Anyway, there's the Ultra Nightmare PB. Like I said, this is on the 9th of May, so 2 days ago from when I'm recording. 27 million, which is pretty good. I think we're actually going to find another PB later in the video. Spoiler. But this was pretty good all round. With CVC started, I then took the opportunity to get forging. So I forged all of my 5 to 6 star perception pieces using rank, rarity, and accuracy. I then went and forged all of my defiant pieces using rank, rarity, and speed. And then lastly, I went and did Guardian. And you can even see from this screenshot, annoyingly, the first 10, some reason it was on 4 to 5 star. I honestly don't know why it was, but it meant I wasted 10 speed charms, which was quite annoying. And then did the other 10, the actual 10 that I wanted to do in 5 to 6 star. So a bit of a waste of 10 speed charms there. That was pretty frustrating. In terms of the gear I got, unfortunately, all the Defiant stuff, I didn't get a single 6-star legendary in all of the pieces I made. Most of it was 5-star, and it wasn't very good. I did get a couple of good perception pieces, though. So next artifact enhancement, I'll be able to roll those up. I still need to do the gear cleanse. Potentially the next artifact enhancement, I'll try and do the gear cleanse and roll up the new pieces simultaneously and try and put that together as an actual video. It is in my intention to do the gear cleanse as a video. So I've been saving it for that. I just haven't had time to sit down and do it. I then went and booked Farrakhan. And that, I don't know why, I think this has kind of gone slightly out of sync, but anyway. So I booked Farrakhan for CVC points, got a bit of mission progress from all that forging. Basically, Rauzin's now the blocking point. Slowly, I will get the 5 max substat upgrades, but I'm not trying to get them at the moment. I don't think I have enough charms to be able to, not charms, glyphs to be able to do so. But I also don't have all the rares for Razin, so I'm not really that fussed about it. We are only 2 rares away, so hopefully next weekend with the 2x Ancients, we'll get those 2 missing rares, because it would be pretty good to be able to fuse Razin, great for faction wars, and potentially in Clan Boss, we might end up using him, I'm not sure yet. But moreover, it would be nice to carry on with the missions. There's plenty of, resources that I'd like to pick up. in terms of shards, books, energy, etc. So yeah, hopefully. Yeah, like I said, this was the mission progress. I don't know why the screenshots were out of sync, but anyway, this was the other screenshot which showed the missions before that screenshot. A bit of an error on my part, but yeah, you can see the forging we did, then got us through to forge 10 helmets, did that as well, and then we're basically waiting on Razin now. Here we go. Here's actually the new PB on Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, 28.14 million. I think when we eventually replace Deacon with Farrakhan, which should be quite soon, I do need to build Farrakhan to do it. But then I do think we'll get more damage, basically. I'd like to think we break the 30 million on Ultra Nightmare, and I'd like to think we'd hit the 1 key threshold on Nightmare, but we'll see. Then Bannerlord Stage 8 backfill got the 3-star. I think we've got a pretty strong team, to be honest, on Bannerlord. I think once Stag Knight is ranked up to 6-star, 60, and the rest probably have to take 2 of them to 5-star. Maybe could get away with just 1 to 5-star and running 240s. We'll have to see. I think we'll be pretty close to being able to actually clear Bannerlord, so that'll be quite exciting, to be honest. So let's see what we can do. I did also 3-star stage 9. Again, this is just backfill, but at least now that we have a bunch of champions, we're able to do it. Again, Oathbound, Ulfrig, and Seneschal, they're all wearing no gear, like completely naked. In fact, Stag Knight's naked as well, so it's really just Rhonda who's built. Here is a screenshot from yesterday, now the 10th of May. Did manage to clear Magma 100. And then this is towards the end of the champion training tournament and near the end of CVC. No, yeah, CVC ended today. So yeah, midway through CVC, in the last few hours of the champion training tournament, I 6-starred Farrakhan, and I then leveled him to 60 using the barrel, and then finally ascended him. Now, the ascension was really annoying. Mistakes were made, and that's that I didn't have enough spirit affinity potions to do the 6th level of ascension. And I clicked the plus there, and it had the go to the spirit keep. So I just double clicked it rather than single clicking. I was just like rushing because it was in the morning, needed to get it done and needed to get to work. And because Spirit Keep wasn't open, actually, for some reason I thought it was open on that day, but it wasn't. It was open today, not yesterday. Because I double clicked it, it basically popped up the do you want to open it for 200 gems? And then it registered my second click as saying, yes, I do want to waste 200 gems opening the Spirit Keep. So I ended up opening the Spirit Keep for 200 gems, which was such a waste of gems, which obviously I'd rather have put into energy and actually got some real benefit out of. My intention had always been just to run the Spirit Keep when it was next open and finish ascending Farrakhan. I was in no particular rush. I didn't, I could wait a day or two. It doesn't really bother me that much. Like, it is what it is. But ended up wasting 200 gems. It was frustrating, but I wanted to share it with you. Sometimes mistakes happen. And I'm still salty, but it is what it is. After that work, though, did manage to finish the champion training in 3rd place. I would have liked to have finished 2nd, but I got busy at work, couldn't actually check it, and it already finished by the time I got off to check the game, to have like 5 minutes of a break to actually be able to check. The champion training already finished, so I was unable to try and snipe 2nd. I guess, fortunately, I managed to finish 3rd, so I wasn't sniped myself. But yeah, it would have been nice to have finished 2nd, and actually, to be honest, 1st wasn't even that far away either. If I'd had more time, I think we'd have managed to get 1st. I did what I could. And you always have to accept that, there's always people that have more time to play this than than you might. I included this screenshot because we got onto Affinity for the first time on Ultra Nightmare. So as a clan, we are getting that bit further, and that was this morning. It was on Force, so it is a Force PB. And I wasn't entirely sure what kind of damage I'd put out on Force. Obviously, I've got 3 magic champions, but it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I was pretty pleased with that. I did do the manual intervention that I mentioned previously, and I will show that in that deep dive future video into Clan Boss again, where we try and tweak some things. But essentially, yeah, by extending our survivability with those manual interventions, managed to get 25 million, which, yeah, I'm pretty happy with. And we won Clan v Clan. So got 2 whole rings. It's kind of disappointing they only give you rare quality. Like, I think it's a lot of work, even at like a level 1 clan. Like, it's a lot of work for a rare ring. Like, at least give us, it's 5-star, just give us epic. Like, come on. It's like really early game quality equipment when the majority of the people that are in a tier 1 clan aren't that early game. I don't agree with it. And then here's another Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss chest from today. So we got another Sacred. We've been farming it, what, I don't know now, like 8 days, 9 days, and got 4 Sacreds. So it's pretty obscene. Dragon Lair 21, I did mention at the beginning of the video, I kind of gave a spoiler, and that's that although I've been farming 20 all the way up to now, having done the stream with Hell Hades and the rest of the challengers, and it seemed that people had been kind of pushing on, I thought, you know what? Let's see what we can do. Dragon's open. So we cleared 21. We cleared 22. We cleared 23. And actually a pretty decent time on 23. We cleared 24. We cleared 25, but pretty slow. I tweaked it and we cleared 25 a bit quicker, but still very slow. We then cleared hard stage 1 and hard stage 2 and hard stage 3. And then, do I have any other images? Yes, I also cleared Nether Spider 110. And then I farmed all the way. Actually, I also cleared Secret Room 10. And then I farmed all of the. Well, not farmed. I did all the floors up to stage 119. Then ran out of gold keys. So I've got Eternal Dragon 120 on normal to do tomorrow. Should be able to do that. I don't expect having any issues with that on the normal side. So I should be able to clear Doom Tower normal this cycle. And then we can go back to try to beat stage 42 on the hard side. Yes, that's all the images. And we jump back here and we see we did manage to beat Dragon Lair stage 4 on the hard side. If we go to stage 5 and we think, what are we going to do? This is Spirit. We'll probably put in Razelvarg and Rhonda or Frozen Banshee. Probably Rhonda. See, this is why I really need to set these blessings on Razelvarg and Brogni. I think it would improve our situations. I think Brogni, we will go for Brimstone for the time being. I'm still not 100% sure on Razelvarg what I want to do. I could see arguments for doing Cruelty, particularly if I get a 2-star, we get the attack. I could see arguments for Phantom Touch. I could see arguments for Brimstone as well. But less, I don't think he benefits as much from Brimstone. Yeah, tricky. Not sure, but we have now at least set the Brogni. So I think this looks like a reasonable, and it could be Brogni out and Chronum in. I'm not entirely sure, but let's give this a go. Stage 5. I will just let it run. And what I'll probably do for your benefit, we'll just like fast forward and you'll see if it cleared or not. Yeah. And I think that's really just going to be it for this video. It's been quite a long video in the end, if we're honest. I do want to do some more in-depth ones. Like I said, I want to do the Gear Cleanse one. I want to go back to the clan boss because I need to build the Farrakin and see if we can fit that in. So yeah, the videos coming up, there will be some kind of more specialized ones. It's not going to happen this weekend, however. I am away this weekend. That's why I was really keen to get this video done tonight, because I'm away basically Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I'll be back on Sunday night, and hopefully I'll try and get like a video out probably on the Monday. In terms of the fusion, I will do it on the main. I'm pretty sure I won't do it on my free-to-play account. It does depend where they put those first 5 fragments on the summon rush when that opens tomorrow. So I will make a final decision on it. Probably could end up waiting all the way to the Sunday, to be honest. I think I'll do pretty much everything else they're going to throw at us anyway. I'm going to do all the champion training. I've got a lot of artifact enhancement that I need to do in general anyway. So like doing champion training is worthwhile for me. And doing artifact enhancement is worthwhile. I've got a lot to be doing there. I need more gear, so farming that is worthwhile as well. So yeah, well, this isn't going well, and this is why I'm kind of thinking I should just wait until we get Arbiter built up, because then I have a reviver, and when you can see these people, if they're not fully crowd controlled, they do serious damage, nuked through the Deacon and the Miscreated. We might still just about get through it. We do have Rabbit, we do have Delaja and Brogni. I think the 3 of them might be able to beat the boss, but it's going to be touch and go. But yeah, so the actual champion, I don't think she's going to add a lot to my free-to-play account, the Challenge Series account. Like, she's a champion that would just end up sitting in the vault. I wouldn't use books on her. I don't think I need her that much. She doesn't bring anything for any of the secret rooms. She's not really going to help me get through hard Doom Tower waves. Like, she doesn't bring any crowd control. I just don't really see her being that impactful for my account at this stage. At least here with Brogni, we can remove that decrease attack. We've now got the Brimstone coming on. We've got the HP burn. Hopefully we'll get some poisons out of Delaja. And then, I think we'll win this fight. But this is why I want the Arbiter, basically. I can throw in a Reviver into all of my dungeon teams, make them, fully 100% once we've built Arbiter pretty tanky, as tanky as we can. Just nice, fast, tanky build. Yeah, so like I was saying, I don't think I'll do it. We'll see where they put the Summon Rush thresholds. That's ultimately going to be the final decider. If I don't do it, I'll just carry on farming gear, ranking up champions, leveling up gear and champions, and just farming gear. So I'll be playing the game just regularly, and we'll just make progress, but we won't really care. We'll probably end up on like 95 fragments because we're going to do the 2x Ancients anyway, which is why I say that, I don't know, if I can get away with summoning almost nothing for the Summon Rush, then I'll do it. If they make the points look a bit silly, then I won't. So yeah, we'll see in the next video. Oh man, I've really been waffling on. Let's just wait for this fight to finish. I do think we'll have succeeded. Not the cleanest of fights, but I think we'll just do enough. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Go on, Rabbit. Buddy power. I do find Delaja's A1 is just not that consistent. But anyway, there we go. 5 minutes, stage 5 done. No speed. That's a shame. Still, if we get decent number of rolls in the crit rate, could be worthwhile keeping, but we'll see. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video. I apologise for rambling on for nearly 40 minutes. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.